Do I know what I'm doing? Not exactly. But my guides today just keep saying it's time to go back to the basics. All right, it's time to go back to the basics. I got some light glaring. So, what does this mean to me? Well, this concept's coming up, um, and I might as well just go into it because I'll post this later after this live. I'll make sure this can be rewatched. But my guides are just saying get back to the basics. This idea of know thyself keeps coming up. Know thyself. It's super important in the spiritual community, right? Know thyself. And we think we know what that means. We think like, oh, our shadows in our mind, in our psyche, we have shadows. We need to learn to integrate those, that balance. And this is true. This is true. But what about the way your energy ebbs and flows? What about the nuances in your energy levels, in how you feel on a very physical level, in a very physical sense, right? What about knowing your movements, how your body works, knowing your health, knowing, trusting your intuition, trusting when your body is trying to tell you something through your intuition, trusting when you get a different feeling in a certain part of your body and recognizing what that means for you. I think the best way to do this, to know thyself inside and out, and maybe this is wisdom from the fixed modality of astrology, but knowing thyself and knowing your natural rhythms and your natural instinctual, feelings in a very physical sense and a very practical sense is also a part of knowing thyself. And the way to do this is getting back to the basics. So Spirit just keeps saying, get back to the basics. This is drinking our water, not holding our pee when we have to pee. It can be that simple. I mean it. Getting our vision checked, getting a checkup, getting some blood work done. It could be literally making sure you're eating, making sure you're honoring your intuition and the intelligence of your body, making sure you're honoring your feelings. Knowing thyself can also be when you are recognizing your own feelings versus maybe if you're an empath, the feelings of other people. This is very, very, very important in knowing thyself. So, getting back to basics for me, I'm here to kind of do a reading with a deck of playing cards because this is the most basic level for me. Me and my spirit guides, me and my higher self here face to face through a screen, creating a container for wisdom and information to come through. And a deck of playing cards because it's the simplicity. It's the simplicity for me. I get, my messages through my intuitive senses and from my guides, and that is the basics for me. So that's where we're getting this message from today. All right, so we're going to shuffle the cards. We're going to pull some cards. And we're going to see what wisdom we can receive through this channel right now. Let's see. This is the Knight of Swords. There's a lot of quick moving mental energy at play, right? And I think this is what happens also like in the manifestation community, right? We're very mind heavy. And although all is mind, it's one of the 7 Hermetic principles. Yes, this makes sense, right? All is mind. But I think it's a little more broad than that. I think that is referring to consciousness and like the universal divine mind, right? What I think happens a lot of the times is that we're so mind heavy, so thought heavy that none of the stuff that we're formulating in our head actually is manifested because manifestation takes action. And I think the action that we need to take instead of being so heavily in this masculine, logical, moving quickly towards everything with logic and reactivity instead of really kind of feeling into the body, really processing. So, like, these are bite-sized actions that we're being called to take, right? We're not supposed to just go all in with our logic, but we're actually one step at a time, baby steps, learning who we actually are on a practical level as well. A lot of swords coming out. So the Four of Swords. A lot of sword energy. Interesting. Gonna pull a couple more. Okay, so we got this. Oh, hi! Good to see you. I'm just going live because I have some energy coming through here. I'll show you the other cards I have. Okay, so I'm reading with playing cards, and the spades in playing cards are aligned to the swords in tarot. And then I also got this, and these are knights in tarot as well. And I got the Knight of Pentacles as well. So this message coming through of taking action in the physical world instead of just staying in the mental, which I think a lot of us stay in the mind. But I think we're being called to take just micro actions in our day-to-day life on a more practical level, you know, to try to really understand ourselves. So also, I'll make this public so you can watch it back if you're interested. I'm gonna pull a couple more cards. Ooh, a lot of mental energy coming through. So we also have the Five of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Just a second, and another sword, Two of Swords. So I think we're trying to make a lot of decisions in the mind, and it's causing a lot of anxiety. It's causing a lot of conflict. You know, when we stay in the mind, it causes this stress. But we're literally being called to take action slowly, understanding ourselves on a practical level, building this practicality. We're getting this gift through these bite-sized moments. Ooh, and the cats are going crazy. Yeah, I think that is the basic message I'm getting. And bottom of the deck, we got Three of Wands. So I think this Ace of Pentacles is going to come through. It's on the horizon, but it's going to come through as we start to tune into our actual physical vessel and taking these practical actions in our life. I think that is the message that my guides are trying to give. Again, thank you for being here. I actually have to get ready to go to work, so this is just a small little going live, kind of an experiment to see how this goes. So let me know if you want me to do this more, because I think it would be really fun. Yeah, so I hope you have a good day. Thank you for being here, genuinely. Be blessed.